You know, you hear about past the bridge from your first day here pretty much, and it's all just builds up to that.
It's a bit of a roller coaster through the process, but when they complete the project and they have the end product, they are so proud about what they achieved as a team.
The Past the Bridge project is culminating our knowledge that we've learned in class and bringing technical skills and teamwork skills to build a bridge made from 1 kilo of pasta that will hold an incredible amount of weight.
Finally here, we're finally done. It's all going to come down to tonight.
One of the most important skills that an engineer must have is to ensure that whatever they design is actually constructed to spec. So as part of this project, the students are not only required to produce the design and specification of a bridge, but then construct it to the specification that they specify themselves.
We set our own specs. They're given a tolerance of plus or minus 5 mil depending on the measurement, and getting the tolerances right within that distance is really hard working with pasta. Each dimension has a total limit on it, and if you're over that, then pretty much you're out.
Pasta, it behaves in a similar way to construction materials like concrete. I think it's also a good challenge that they are not working with a conventional material. The future is all about innovation, and you don't know what the future is going to throw at you as an engineer. So whatever they ask you to design with, you should be able to do it.
Pasta is not an ideal building material, but that's part of the challenge of the project, is that it's using a non-ideal material and making something incredible out of it.
Another thing that they learn through this process is exactly what an engineer will face if their design doesn't meet what they specify on tender. It will be a complete disaster for a company. It's tough, but they get plenty of opportunities to improve their design. This is not the first bridge the teams have constructed. All teams built a prototype, they established how well the design worked, and now on the second go, they should be very, very close to what they designed.
Roberto, our lecturer, after we tested our prototype, got us to look at our structure to see where it failed and why. And we knew where our prototype was going to fail, but it was good to see that that's actually what happened and see how we could improve it for next time.
There's many graduates that come out without an appreciation of how difficult it is to build something and to build it to tolerance. These kind of activities make them aware of the challenges and the skills required to build something, and they appreciate the work of technical people much more.
There are a few bridges that look very neat, very well built. And I mean, honestly, your bridge could be the best design, but if you don't build it well, it's going to be useless. So it's so much of this comes down to build quality rather than the design itself. So having a solid design is important, but having the build quality to back it up is really the key.
The first year we ran this, the record was 20 kilos and I was impressed. Last year it was 327 and I was impressed. Every year my students surprise me. And it's not only for the performance in the competition, it's for the commitment. Having them committed on a project for 2 months working on something is really impressive. If you can get someone passionate about something and working very hard to excel, I think that's job done.
We started the project about 8 weeks ago, just doing research, coming up with the design, and then we built our first prototype and tested that. And this final one we've probably spent about 2 straight weeks working on.
If you build a bridge and it is within the guidelines, so it's the right size, the right weight, and it's to specification, so to the design that you gave, then you'll pass. But to get a high distinction or anything sort of higher up, 150 kilos is the HD mark.
We were very organised.
We finished early, actually. We were the first finished.
Yeah, we really found each other's strengths and weaknesses, which is good. We currently made the second best pasta bridge in the history of AMC. So yeah, it's kind of something to brag about. Definitely builds confidence. It's really good knowing that a HD was at 150 and we've got 294, so that takes a little bit of pressure
Absolutely
off.
smashed that one.
So yeah, that's really good for us. We smashed it.
We smashed it. Smashed it. Smashed it.